Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Stevie Ray, and we are back with another one, y'all. Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous podcast. Haven't been on in a week or so, and as a lot of you guys know, been dealing with a few things. But I'm back to talk to you guys tonight. Hello, Serena. What's up, Rodney? What's up, Jamie? What's up, Matthew? But we're back in the house tonight for a few minutes anyway. I know a lot of you guys are watching WWE tonight. I would be having on myself, but my television is not hooked up here in my dungeon. I gotta hook it back up. A few months back, I took it downstairs. I never hooked it back up. Hey, that's how the old mop flops. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But Kron is in the house. Christopher's in the house. Real cool. What's going on, my man? Get a little of this go-go juice. Been out in that heat, baby. And I'm telling you right now, brother, it is steaming. Okay, y'all. We're going to turn the music down. Hope everybody had a great weekend, man. My weekend was kind of somber, man. I lost a very, very good friend of mine, brother. Very, very good friend of mine, man. Who's been battling cancer for the last few years, man. And cancer finally won the bout. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, he went out like a champion, throwing lefts, throwing rights, kicking, and everything. My man John, man, he's been a big follower, a good friend of mine from the day I joined this business, man. And if you guys go on my Facebook, you'll see a picture of him and I that I posted. I don't know, about a year or two ago, something like that. We've been through thick and thin together, brother. And I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him. And I also lost another person very, very, very close to my heart, man. She was like a second mother to me over the years. And her grandson, I still call him my nephew. Her name is Oma, born in Germany. Before World War II. And she lost a bout. But they're both in better places now. And neither one of them are suffering anymore. And what's ironic about the whole thing is they both died 24 hours apart. Yeah. 24 hours apart. But man, you know what? I just want to share that with the gang. But they both live very, very, very glorious lives. And two people in my mind are a credit to humankind. If there was more people like that on earth, this would be a better place. Yeah, it would be a better place. But, you know, with all that being said, I just want to come on tonight and say a few words. Jimmy won't be here tonight because I told Jimmy, I was coming on by myself. And, you know, because for the last week or so, I've been so involved in that stuff that I wasn't able to do the show, but I'm back now. Hey, Queen, what's up? And I was going to auction a pair of my wrestling boots off for my friend. I was going to start an auction online for a pair of my NWO wrestling boots. As a matter of fact, my brother and I got an episode coming up on Lost Treasures on A&E. You guys look out for that, where we donated some wrestling material, some of our wrestling memorabilia. Now, the people from A&E, the producers of that show, they called me up and said, hey, man, the show, they got it all edited up and it looked good, this, that, and the other. Well, the thing is, man, and everybody that sent their condolences, man, I really appreciate that. But you guys look out for that episode, man, because you guys know me. I don't keep up with A&E and different things on television, stuff like that. If they don't send me a date or something like that, then people on social media will start hitting me up saying, hey, Stevie, I seen you on this or I seen you on that. And I feel like a schmuck because I didn't see nothing. And I wasn't looking for nothing. But, we donated some stuff to the WWE Lost Treasures, man, some Harlem Heat stuff. And it was pretty interesting when we did it. But, doing it and seeing it is two totally different things. So I'm interested to see what it looks like, man. But I'm going to start an auction for my NWO wrestling boots to help my boy's family. And I'm also going to maybe throw something else in there. I don't know. Maybe a Harlem Heat hoodie. I had two Harlem Heat hoodies, and I donated one to WWE. And I might donate the other one with my wrestling boots. And of course, I will autograph it. So that's going to be interesting. But getting back to the Jerry Westberg. Hold on a second. What do I think about Ryback going after your brother? I think you need to call my brother and ask him, because I don't give a shit about what Ryback or my brother do with their business. I really don't give a shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You dig? Hope that answered your question. Ryback is a grown man, so is my brother. So whatever problems they got, they can work it out like grown men. So that's what I think. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Kron said they must be showing it next season because nothing of WWE was on A&E last night. Well, I don't know when the show comes on, Kron, to be honest. So I just hope they call me and let me know. You might be right. It might be for next season. You know something, Kron? You might be right. I don't know. They never told me that. But we shot it back in February? Something like that? Yeah, we shot it back in February, so it could very well be for this season. I'm not 100% sure, But Mike Russian. Mike, speaking of Mike, if that's the Mike who I think it is, we got a show tomorrow night, Mike. Former middleweight and light heavyweight champion Reggie Johnson will be in the house tomorrow night. And, you know, I have people on this show. We talk about a lot of boxing. Y'all, we got a big boxing match coming up this weekend. You know, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence will be fighting for the welterweight championship this weekend. And I'm going to have Reggie Johnson on tomorrow night. A real champion, a real boxing champion, because that's all I have on this show, as you guys well know. I don't have the Johnny come latelys. I don't have the people that think they know what they're talking about on the show. Because see, this is the deal, y'all. Champions know champions. And we know how to chop it up about. So if that's the Mike who I think it is, you know, if you want to get some real edification, y'all know what we do on this show. Y'all know the people I done had on this show, man. You know? I even interviewed Larry Holmes when I had my own radio show. Larry Holmes. And Larry Holmes said I asked him a question that nobody has ever asked him. So y'all know how I get down. My boy Mike, and I'll ask this to, I seen somebody post this week. Real cool, you better come in on this, bro. I seen somebody post this week a poster with Floyd Mayweather Jr. on one side and Sugar Ray Leonard on the other side. And say who would have won that fight. At 147 pounds. Floyd Mayweather fought two black guys at 147. Now, what he going to do with a Sugar Ray Leonard? Real cool. You hear me talking? He fought Andre Berto, who was a piece of shit at the end of his career when he was 49-0. We ain't going to even put the MMA fight in there that made 50, though. And a 40-year-old Shane Mosley. You kidding me, man? This man made a history of fighting flat-footed Hispanic fighters that didn't know how to deal with his style. But you know how to you know who could have dealt with that style? Because he he came from the style. That's a Sugar Ray Leonard. Come on, Matthew. Appreciate that, Matthew. Expert tutelage is how we do it. Expert tutelage. Calcutta said, how's my book coming? Calcutta, I was doing a lot of stuff this week, but because of all the things that happened this week on the personal side, I wasn't able to finish what I was doing. We're putting together a synopsis for the publishing company. And I got halfway through it, and I just couldn't concentrate for the rest of the week. So I'll start back up hopefully this week. And but things are moving right along, man, slowly but surely, and I'm still very excited about it. But the book is coming, brother. It ain't going nowhere. Yay. It's two things I wanted to be over the last 10 years. One was a teacher, a professor, and one was an author. And I think I'm going to make both of them happen, y'all. It's his business. I think I'm going to make both of them happen. Wyatt says his money would have been on Sugar. Oh, come on, man. Sugar Ray Leonard was a killer in sheep's clothing. A killer. Appreciate that, Mike. A killer, bro. You don't believe me? Go ask Tommy Hearns. The man could think in the ring, man. I never thought he could beat Marvin Hagler. And he did, man. After Marvin Hagler had just beat John the Beast Mugabe. Knocked John the Beast Mugabe out. Man was 30-something and old. And Marvin stopped him, bro. And nobody thought he could beat John the Beast Mugabe. Finally, we thought Marvin Hagler had met his match. The Beast went back to Africa, man, with a swollen jaw. So we just knew what he was gonna do to Sugar Ray, man. But Sugar Ray got that IQ, bro. I'm not gonna fight you like John the Beast Mugambi. I'm gonna fight you like Sugar Ray Leonard. That was impressive. That was really impressive. So that's what we're gonna be talking about, Mike. You're gonna have to call into the show. You're gonna have to call into the show, man, because I might have somebody else on the show that I can't say right now. Hitman, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I might have a special guest that I can't tell you guys about right now. I can't tell you. I'm working on it. So I can't say and then he don't show up. And then, y'all be calling Stevie Ray, saying he can't ever get everybody he gonna have on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say nothing. But we know we got Reggie on. So Reggie's gonna school people like Mike. They've been talking about this 50-0 by Floyd Mayweather. 50-0. What the fuck is 50-0, bro? And you got guys that was 80, almost 90-0 before they ever lost. You got people like Sugar Ray Robinson that fought in 7 years. The man fought damn near 80 fights. In 7 years. God damn. 7 years. Hell, you can't get a fighter today to fight 7 times. 10 times in 7 years. Oh my goodness, man. The history of boxing, man. A lot of people don't know the history of boxing. They just know what they see on television. Just know what they see on television. Come on, man. So that's why we got Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Who y'all got? Real cool, I want to know who you got. Hitman, I want to know who you got. Matthew, I want to know who you got. Cal Cutter, I want to know who you got. Because I done already told y'all it's a 50-50 fight. If you had to twist my arm, whew. But you have to twist the shit out of my arm, though. Cesar Chavez all the way. Julio Cesar Chavez, man. Come on. Chavez was what, 87-0 before he ever lost? Was it 87-0? Because I know he was damn near 100 at one time. I think it was, yeah. Real cool say he's leaning toward Crawford. Wait a minute. Hold on here. I want to call Stevie because that question from last month and you didn't answer. What question was that? Errol says, I think Spence will be too big and strong. You know something, Earl, when you come to how big and strong people are in boxing, that can actually work against you. But I know what you're saying, and I think, Earl, you're saying that Spence is going to do to Terrence Crawford like he's done some of these other guys, is just push him and push him and push him and get him in the later rounds. And a guy like Ugas gets his orbital bone broken, and a guy like Danny Garcia or a guy like Mikey Garcia, he was just too big for Mikey Garcia, and Danny Garcia couldn't keep up with the pace, yet Danny Garcia put up a damn good fight. Now let's take all that in the equation, and like I say, I'm not leaning one way or the other. You're not going to be able to do that, impose your will I don't see it on a Terrence Crawford. You're not going to be able to do that. Because Terrence Crawford is a very methodical, thinking boxer who's ambidextrous. And everybody knows what I mean when I say ambidextrous. He can turn into a switch hitter in the middle of a fight. And that's hard to prepare for. And he's a pinpoint puncher. So a lot of times, if you've seen Crawford fight, guys have been bigger than him. And he's knocked out his last 10 opponents. And I'm just saying to myself, you don't knock out guys at that level without having punching power. He looks like a skinny dude, but he got gristle strength. Whereas Errol Spence is coming all night. And that's why it's a 50-50 fight. But I do understand what you're saying, though. I do understand what you're saying. But if I think you're going to push this guy and try to walk him down, I think that's a mistake. Because if I know it, he knows it. If I know it, he knows it. And what is he going to do? He's a thinking man's fighter going against the all-out puncher. Man, you can't ask for anything better than that. That's why I can't pick it. I can't pick it. But if you twisted my arm, it's hard to bet against Spence. It's hard to bet against Spence. But if anybody on this planet right now that can beat Spence, it's Terrence Crawford. I hope that makes sense to y'all. I hope it makes sense. But tomorrow night, we're going to have Reggie Johnson on, and he's really going to break it down because he's a boxer. You know. Mike says nobody's shot on Crawford's level. Let me see. In welterweight, I got to agree with you on that. Actually, Spence should be fighting at 54. I'm going to just be honest. Errol Spence should be fighting at 154 pounds. He's too big for welterweight right now. Not saying he's bigger than other welterweights. His body just don't want to be 147 pounds anymore. And I think he's going to do it for this one last fight. But I want to see it, man, and that's why I got Reggie Johnson on tomorrow night, and I want everybody to tune in. You know, former middleweight and former light heavyweight champion of the world, who's a very good friend of mine. Me and Reggie and hung out, and we got stories we can't even tell people about. But that's my man, brother. That's my man. He's going to be on tomorrow night. And I might have another guest with him, but I can't let y'all know. We was going to get Ronnie Shields on, but Ronnie's leaving for Vegas tomorrow because I think he got one of his guys on the card tomorrow. One or two of his guys will be on the card tomorrow. I don't know if it'd be on TV, but if anybody's never been to a boxing match, man, that stuff start in the evening. The matches start in the evening. I'm talking about like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they go till 10, 11 o'clock at night. They start when there's nobody else in the stadium or the auditorium or whatever you're at. Yeah, I've been to them. And brother, it's like you go there for the early fights, nobody's in there. Then you get there for the late flights, everybody's in there. Then you get to the main event, then you get to see everybody because nobody really cares about the underneath fight. They just care for the main event. Everybody's just talking and watching and people watching and stuff like that, man. If you've never been to a fight, if you've never been to a championship fight, you really need to go to one time in your life. Luis Ruiz, TBC. TBC, what does that stand for? What does that stand for, Luis? Real cool say leaning Crawford, but man, too close to call. You're right, man. You're right. Matthew says he got Crawford by majority decision. Man, you know something? It might be that close. I'm just glad two top guys are fighting. Might have been a year too late, might have been a couple years too late, because of the COVID-19 and because of the accident that Spence had when he was driving a Ferrari and flipped the car and got thrown out of it, but he's come back with a vengeance. And I think that kind of held us back a little bit, but it might be for the best. We don't know. But I know one thing. This is not going to be some Pacquiao Mayweather shit that build up like crazy and everybody got rich off of it, but the fight was the drizzling shits. Bet you that. It won't be that bullshit. Because people ask, why didn't they have a rematch? Shit. After that, fucking who gonna finance it and put the money up for it? Who knows how many people lost money on that? I know some of the people in the know made money, but that was a co-promotion. And shit. Ain't nobody gonna share that money no more because somebody ain't gonna get paid. Promise you that. That's why you never saw no rematch. Facts. Look at Anthony Joshua. What about Joshua? That's right, man. He can be lethal. That's how. The guy's a switch hitter, man. This is, and I've never seen a boxer. Maybe Marvin Hagler. That could go from lefty to righty like it was nothing. That's hard to do, man. That's hard to do. Check out a few weeks back, and Brian Pillman Jr. will be debuting in WWE. A lot of wrestlers coming in and going out. Oh yeah. I interviewed young Pillman a few years back, man. Matter of fact, I wrestled his dad twice. A boxing card will be a work shift. You ain't lying, man. At least 8 hours. You're not lying, Matthew. I'm just saying, if anybody's never, okay, Louise, Terrence Bud Crawford, I got you. I just never heard the initials put that way, like the Bud. I always forget about the Bud. Like I say, Matthew, if anybody's never gone to a big time boxing, not your local boxing and stuff like that and stuff. I'm talking about the big matches. I've been to several. And I remember when we were in Dallas, me and some buddies of mine, we went to see who was that? Manny Pacquiao against Margarito. So me and my buddy, I had left. I went to see my for some of my family members. Went back to the hotel, picked my buddy up, and we was like, "Hey man, I don't feel like sitting around the hotel. Let's just go to the matches early." And this was in Cowboy Stadium. So we went over there. I can't remember what time it was, man. And this is in a stadium now. And we get in there, brother. There ain't nobody hardly in there, man. And the boxing matches are going on. It was the weirdest feeling, man. I'd been to boxing matches before, but I had never gone that early. And that was only because it wasn't in. I've gone to them in Vegas. This is my first time going to see something in a big 70,000 seat stadium. And man, we had a good time. We just sit there, chill, shooting the shit with some other friends of ours and stuff like that at the matches. And then we start walking around, people watching and stuff like that. And then we'll go back to our seats. And this went on all the way up till then we see some other friends of ours group of people that was there. So it was a cool little deal, man. Everybody needs to go to a boxing show. Everybody needs to spend a little money and do it, man, if you're a boxing fan. Straight shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy. I don't know what happened. Hello? I don't know what happened. Call back, whoever that was. Hello?
Sorry about that, Stevie Ray.
Was that you or me?
It was, well, actually, I don't know. It was probably one of us, but still, though. Good evening, Stevie Ray. It's
What's,
Christian and Lamar.
what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Sorry for the loud intro, but still, though.
Oh, that's okay.
I just want to basically shoot the shit with you about a couple of questions. First of all, comes down to, and I know you were just mentioning or just talking about the Bud Crawford Arrow the Truth Spence fight. But when it comes down to this fight being made and the fact that you got that fight, you got Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton coming up tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But you don't have Fury versus Usyk or Joshua versus Wilder or anything like that. Do you think?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but they're working on those fights though.
Man, but still though, do you think that this will lead to more mega fights being made in the world of boxing?
Well, for boxing to survive, they're going to have to. That is why this fight is good for both fighters. Not only is it good for both fighters, it's good for fighting, period. Boxing, period. Because like I said, and I've said this on many occasions, most people that watch boxing are really not, dedicated boxing fans. Everybody waits for the big fight. Everybody waits for the big fight. But it's all the other stuff. The big fights is what supposed to keep everything at a certain level. Okay? That's why you get them here and you get them there, but it keeps that interest. But if you don't get them at all, or let's go back to the Floyd Mayweather era, where you're fighting guys that people don't know, but the Hispanic public knows them. Okay?
Oh, of course.
The Hispanic public knows them, and then they build the man up as if you're going to whoop somebody's ass. So in essence, brother, that's more pro wrestling than pro boxing.
Right.
And it actually hurts boxing. You know why? Because now young, uneducated America thinks being undefeated is the way to be great.
When everybody knows that in order to even become great, you got to be like Julio Cesar Chavez.
Or no, what you have to do, I agree with that, what you just said, but you got to fight the best to be the best.
Oh my goodness.
Just because a fight makes money doesn't mean it was true, because now you're dealing with people's emotions. You see what I'm saying? Heel against babyface. You see what I'm saying? So they build it like that, and people know that Hispanic people are very proud of their heroes.
Exactly.
So the promoters tap in on that. And in essence, it made everybody a lot of money, but it hurt boxing. Now boxing is trying to come back from that, from everything that you just said, and some of these different fighters that are out there trying to put it back at a level of what it used to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Right.
understand
So you're going to have to do that to get it back to where it was. If you came up on boxing like I did, the best fought the best. And not only that, the best wanted to fight the best.
Right.
I can't sleep at night thinking somebody better than me. That's how a boxer thinks.
Come to think, I mean, I can understand that, but keep in mind also we're still living in the age of influencer boxing.
But that's my point. But that just because of that mindset of what you are talking about right now, the uneducated mindset, boxing can't live like that. Other stuff, that is why when you see MMA, because everybody fights under the same umbrella, the best got to fight the best.
Of course. And
You best got to fight in football. The best, whoever wins the NFC, whoever wins the AFC, we fight, and you got to go through the best to get to the Super Bowl.
The
In the
players.
NBA, you got to go through the best to get to the championship. In baseball, you got to go through the best to get to the World Series. In hockey, you got to go through the best to get to the,
Stanley Cup.
yeah. So boxing is the only thing where people were sidestepping and doing this, that, and the other because it's more money relegated than competition relegated. And when it's not that, you got pro wrestling instead of pro boxing.
Right, right. And of course, speaking of MMA, I don't know if you heard about this headline yet, but everybody's favorite Houston fight writer, Mike the Troop Jackson, is supposed to be facing off against Pat Miletich in October. I just want to ask if you've heard about it. What are your thoughts about it?
I didn't even know Pat Miletich was still fighting. What the hell are you talking about?
There was a story that was just put out today by some major outlet saying that Pat Miletich, because he feels triggered in some type of way, I don't know, but he was basically willing to fight Mike the Troop Jackson, the former UFC fighter.
Yeah, I know, Mike. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I've talked to the man before, twice, but still, though, when it comes down to this fight, do you think this is just for clout, or do you think this is just legitimate?
I don't know, man, because
UFC card.
I haven't heard about it, so I really can't speak on it. Because Pat Miletich ain't fought in damn near 10 years, huh?
12, actually. But
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I stand corrected. I just know it was a long time ago.
it's okay, Stevie Ray. It's understandable.
I just know. Okay, if it go down, I want to see it. Maybe he's I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. You know, some of these guys get an itch, get a 7-year itch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That case is a 15-year itch. Still, though, you might have to talk to Mike. I probably might have to talk to him. Maybe there's a way we can still snap him out of it, but who knows?
Man, I'll be willing to see it. I'll be willing to watch it regardless, because I'm a fan of both of them. So if it go down, hey, it is what it is. I'll watch it. I'll watch anything. I'll watch King Kong versus Godzilla. I'll watch it. I don't care, man. I don't give a shit. I'll watch anything, man. I ain't saying I'll participate in anything, but I'll watch anything, brother. I'm down with it. If you willing to do it, I'm willing to watch it.
Understood, Stevie. But other than that, thanks for having me on to shoot it, man. It's been fun talking with you.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, dog. Peace. Hey, guys. Brian Knobs, what's sipping? No, man, it's energy drink, man. If you're talking to me, man, energy drink. Trying to stay alert, man. Because I just got through eating before I came up here. So, and when you eat a big meal, man, you want to, us old guys, we want to doze off, man, go snooze a little bit, man. So I got a little energy drink to keep me up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Stevie, what's good? Definitely been a fan of you and your brother since I was a kid. It's good to see you doing big things in your channel. Hey, I appreciate that. Who was that? Rifles? Man, I'm just saying, man. I'm going out to watch the fight, so if the fight wasn't so big, I would do a watch along, man, because I'm going to start doing those this year. And I would do a watch along with you guys, man, because I can't wait. I can't wait, man, because everybody knows I'm a huge boxing fan, and this is good for boxing, man. This is good for boxing any way you look at it. But oh man, you guys, man. I hope you're having a great evening, Big Stevie. Yeah, I am, Tim, man. I'm good, Tim. Appreciate you. Mike said this is great. Knobs, I'm gonna have to get you on the I'm gonna send you stuff, man. We're going to get you and Sags on the show, man. Because I've been having a lot of wrestling. Actually, I was supposed to have, you guys don't know this, but I was supposed to have a wrestler on tomorrow night. But I didn't realize that this was the same weekend of the fight. So that's why I changed it up. But I can't tell you who I was going to have on, man. But we're going to have to get the Nasty Boys on here because a couple of people have been asking about them, you know. Who was that Matthew talking about? He talking about Baval. Oh, yeah, man. I want to see that too, man. I want to see any of the top guys fighting each other. You know. And the Canelo fight, man. What about that? What's up, Rick? Rick, you done missed the whole conversation. Rick just chimed in, y'all. Rick, I got Reggie on tomorrow night, man. You got to call in, bro. Got to call in, make him work. Make it work. Brian Costello, what's up? Brian worked with us back in WCW. Ain't trying to sweet talk him. Brian Dawson, I'm trying to sweet talk him, y'all. Man, what you talking about? Every time I see you on Facebook, I'm always like, man, I got to get the Nasties on the show. And then I forget about it, man. I ain't going to lie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Well, Eric Hightower, always been a fan. Hey, I appreciate that, Eric. Don't listen to Brian Knobs, dog. Don't listen to him. But Rick, man, same place. Watch Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz. What place was that? I remember being out watching that fight. Was that the sports bar, Rick, we was at? Oh, damn, I can't think of the name of it. Jack, that's what we've been talking about all night, man. It's a 50-50 fight, and I think it can go either way. But if you twist my arm, I mean, you got to really twist my arm, dog. I mean, twist the shit out of it. It's hard to go against Errol Spence. It's hard to go against him. But Crawford might have the goods to get him at the end. Man, if this fight end in a draw, it would not surprise me. Hey, Brian now says, Stevie, you looking good as hacksaw. Hey, man, what you trying to say, dog? What you trying to say, man? You know? You know, Spence, I don't think Spence is as fast as Crawford. Neither one of them are lightning fast like a Sugar Ray Leonard. Or even a Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather fast, but he had nothing on the punches. And he didn't have, but these guys are fast enough and they both hit hard. They both can crack. They both can crack. Bud hasn't fought the same competition as Spence. Okay, let me address that. They both got two common fights. Kilbrook, Sean Porter. Kilbrook went 11 rounds with Spence before his orbital bone was injured. Kilbrook lasted 4 rounds with Bud Crawford before he got knocked out. Showtime Sean Porter is the other one. 12 rounds with Spence. Even though he got caught in the 11th round, he finished strong. That was a close fight up until the knockdown. Showtime Sean Porter didn't know where the hell he was at when he got out of the ring. Got knocked down twice, and he was about to get his head knocked off. So when you say competition, you don't think Bud Crawford would have beat Danny Garcia, who lost to every brother in the business. You don't think he would have beat Mikey Garcia. You don't think he would have beat Ugas. You don't think he would have beat any of those guys. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Ugas are not in the same class as a Bud Crawford. So when you talk about the competition, just because it was on pay-per-view don't mean the guy was a great fighter. They had big names. Mikey Garcia was coming up from 135 fucking pounds. 135 fucking pounds. And didn't want to go up to welterweight. Motherfucker, you ain't that goddamn good. Just because you beat a Adrian fucking Broner. That fucking burnout. Okay? Did anybody see Danny Garcia fight Keith one-time Thurman and damn near got his fucking brains knocked out? Or when he fought Sean Porter and got roughed up again. Them guys ain't that fucking good, bro. Ugas actually lost to Showtime Sean Porter. And went 12 rounds with a damn near 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao. So when you talk about competition, who you talking about, Mike? Tell me who you talking about. Name me that one guy that you talking about that was so much better than the competition, because this is the one thing that Bud Crawford got. He done knocked out his last 10 opponents, and he don't give a shit what their names were. All of them fell. All of them stopped. I wish you put Mikey Garcia in the ring with a Bud Crawford. I would pray to see that. Or Danny Garcia. No. What did Sean Porter do to Ugas? Ugas ain't shit. He went 12 rounds with a 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao. So you trying to say that's competition? On what planet? A young man against an old man and you go fucking 12 rounds with him. A man that done been through wars and ain't but 5'2". You got the unmitigated gall to bring up Ugas like he's some world beater? Man, get the fuck out of here. You kidding me? And until he got his orbital bone broken, that was a good fight. He's supposed to beat him because he ain't shit no way. I take that back. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But other than beating a 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who has he beaten? What about that? Let's bring it back to that then. You honestly think Ugas could have beat a young Pacquiao? Like Eric just said, Eric Hightower. A prime Manny Pacquiao would have stretched his ass. The two you named are the only two on Bud's resume. Well, that's only because you don't know anything about the people that he fought. But that's not how you judge fighting. That's how the uneducated people that don't know the people in this boxing business. You go look at that guy's record and look at the guys that he fought. You think this guy at the level of what he is with the belts that he holds for this long because he been sitting at the fucking bus stop? Like I said, Mikey Garcia came up from 135 to fight Spence. Danny Garcia had gotten beaten by Sean Porter and Keith one-time Thurman before he fought Spence. What do you do to Ugas? Like I say, the only two people they got in common that they fought. You know what I'm saying? Bud Crawford, the only thing that held Bud Crawford back, but you can't judge fighting on what you're talking about. It's got nothing to do with it because you don't know how good the guys are. But I know how good those top guys were that fought Spence when he fought him. Because I seen Bud Crawford stop Kill Brook when Kill Brook was the champion. And that's where Spence got his belt from. I know Showtime Sean Porter had never been knocked out. Showtime Sean Porter ain't never been knocked out. Hell, he got knocked down by a couple of fighters. So being knocked down, don't mean nothing to Sean Porter because he's a reckless fighter. But at the end of the day, he's a top fighter. And I seen Bud Crawford stop him. Something I thought I would never see. I didn't see Spence stopping him. I seen him muscling Spence, which was a great fight. I was in California when that fight went down. 2019. But if you're judging fights on what other people have done against other people, that don't mean shit, bro. That don't mean nothing. You look at the people Joe Frazier had fought before he fought Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had fought the best of the best, even though he had been off for 3.5 years, and the heavyweight division had actually gone down. But he gets in the ring with Muhammad Ali, and they go toe-to-toe. Toe-to-toe. But you cannot put the people that Joe Frazier fought against the people that Muhammad Ali fought up until that time. Can't do it. But that don't mean he's not going to have a good fight against Muhammad Ali because styles make fights. Not who fought who makes fights. Styles make fights. You look at Sugar Ray Leonard when he fought Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns put everybody in the hospital before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, everybody in the hospital. You look at the fight against Pepino Cuevas. A lot of you guys probably don't even remember this shit. It's just 40 years ago. 40-something years ago. Tommy Hearns killed everybody. But what happened when he got in the ring with Sugar Ray Leonard? Yeah, that's a different level of fighter. That's all. Yeah, you knocked out everybody, but now you're fighting a different level of fighter. So now you're going to have to make adjustments because if you think you're going to walk through this guy like you walk through everybody else, you got another thing coming. It's a whole different level of fighting. That is how you judge fighting. Fighting is judged on styles against other styles, not who you beat over here and who this guy beat over here. I didn't have a good fight against this guy. You knocked the guy out. So that means something. It don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. Not against when you at a certain level of fighting. Hearns had a glass chin, but when he got in the ring with those level fighters, what happened? I'm talking about before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Did he have a glass chin then? Because he knocked everybody out. And in his later fights, he had a glass chin. Not going against when he was undefeated before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm making a comparison because both of these people are undefeated. If you can't keep up, brother, then that's just on you. If you can't keep up with what I'm saying and what I'm trying to explain to you, with the assessments that you're making right now. I'm talking about an undefeated fighter against an undefeated fighter. That's why I brought up Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was undefeated. Joe Frazier was undefeated. When I brought up Sugar Ray Leonard was undefeated. Hearns was undefeated. But you want to talk about other stuff in the past after that stuff. I'm talking about when two undefeated fighters go against each other. And they both at a certain level that everybody else is not on. What is so hard to understand about that? So I'm just saying, when you talk about this guy done fought better fighters than this fighter, based on what? Wait a minute, Knobs. Knobs said you can't cut down smoking Joe Frazier. I didn't cut down nobody if you would listen to me. And Marvin Harris, Sugar Ray screwed him. Sugar Ray didn't screw nobody. How Sugar Ray screwed him? He just fighting. He not the judge. I'm going to tell you what lost Marvin Hagler that fight. The optics. The optics. I don't know if Sugar Ray Leonard was beating Marvin Hagler, because I remember watching that fight. I remember the apartment complex I lived in at that time, and I remember me and my neighbor talking about that fight. He looked like he lost. I never said he lost. What I'm saying is Sugar Ray outthought him thinking. He put him in a quandary and made him look like he lost the fight. By fighting every 10, 20 seconds of the end of the fight and made it look like I'm winning this fight. It's more than one way to be great. Do you think he beat him? Do I think Sugar Ray beat Hagler? Yes. Because like I said, it's more than one way to skin a cat. He looked old and he looked slow that night. And Sugar Ray Leonard did that on purpose. That's just the way the old mouth flops. You know, he should have did him like, I think John the Beast Mugabe took a lot out of Hagler. I honestly do. Yeah. McMurray, how you doing, bro? I really do. But hey, man, to each his own. That was a close fight. It was a very close fight. All you got to do is win on the scorecards. Now, I seen a fight Saturday night. What was that? Kambosos from Australia fighting this English kid. English kid beat his ass for fucking 9 rounds straight. And they gave it to Kambosos. And one judge gave it to like 110, 111. Anybody watch that fight? That was the biggest ripoff. Oh my God. That was a ripoff. Which alone educate everyone on the business. Wrestling, boxing, drag racing, relationship. That's a game. Calcutta, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I got to get ready to get out of here, man. I just want to come on and talk a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow night. Jack says Crawford can start out slow. Crawford is a thinking man's fighter, bro. Stevie, who gave you your finish, or did you come up with it? Probably me. Yeah. Atlantic City. Arroyo. Welcome. Man, I still haven't seen the George Foreman movie, Kush. But you know what? You know what I saw? And I want somebody to tell me this. Lewis says that the Gamboa fight was the first time he saw. That wasn't the first time I seen him. Ahmed Bao, appreciate it. Ray Dog, block that person. What person you talking about? I really hadn't. I've been looking at my Facebook followers. I wasn't. I wasn't looking at the board. Who you talking about? I remember Danny Garcia ducking Victor Postal for a while. Terrence Crawford fought him. Yeah, Victor Postal was supposed to be a big puncher. What happened to him? Y'all remember that? I googled your name and watched some of your fights, but all I got is white cowboy on a guitar. What are you? I think I must let my stuff get in front of me, man. I'm trying to read. Yeah. But we're going to take one last phone call and see what's up. Straight student with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Hey, Mr. Stevie, this is Matthew. How's it going?
Hey, Matthew, what's up?
Not much. I was just saying, you saw the news that Devin Haney is going to relinquish his belt at 135 and move up to 140.
Yeah, I did hear something about that. Is it true?
That's just what I saw from yesterday. They say he's going to challenge for the WBC title at 140 and then try to fight Teofimo Lopez for a unification bout.
I like that.
Yeah, so that's another big name fight that could potentially be coming up within the next year or so.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Woo. I like that. Well, shit, it ain't nothing more he can do at 35.
Yeah, they were thinking that he was going to fight Corey Stevenson, but his camp said that he would really gain nothing from that fight.
But
135 anyway.
I would like for both of them to fight at 40 instead of 35. 40 got a little bit more light on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you still got Tank them at 35. Let them have it.
Yeah. Yep.
Let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of that, because you ain't gonna never. I just don't see you. You're not gonna ever get your just due unless you fight both of them. You don't want to fight both of them.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's afraid of anything like that, but you got to stay there for another year and a half.
Year and a half, yeah. So if he moves up to 140, wins the WBC belt, wins the WBO off of Lopez, and then Tank and of course Stevenson move up to 140. It seems like those would be the
that.
fight.
I think they're gonna put Shakur Stevenson in the ring with Gamboa.
Yeah.
I'm serious, because he was at the fight.
Yeah.
He was at the fight Saturday night. So, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna even watch that fight.
Yeah, Gamboa's about 41 now. He's over the hill. So.
Not Gamboa, but Gambosas from Australia.
Oh, Gamboa?
Yeah.
The Australian guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even.
He had a fight Saturday night,
Yeah.
and Shakur Stevenson was at the fight.
Oh,
Not,
wow.
and it was. I think he was walking around with one of the belts again. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a get over fight.
Yeah.
That's Shakur Stevenson. That's the get over fight. That's a WCW Saturday night fight.
I first saw you and your brother. So.
You know what I'm saying? And the guys are already in the ring when we walk out. You dig what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, when that fight go down, we're going to have to talk. Shakur Stevenson, if Shakur Stevenson, loses one round,
Yeah.
I will leave the state of Texas.
I see it being a knockout within four rounds.
Because I'm going to tell you something, man. I don't know if it's me, or maybe you can tell me. Maybe you can tell me this. I don't know. I think I know a lot about boxing, but sometimes I don't know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Secure Stevenson break a sweat in his last 10 fights.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen him really test it since the Olympics.
Is it me, or is he that good?
He's that good, and I think he's trying to get higher level competition. He was gunning for the Haney fight.
Right.
I don't know if he's gonna try to fight Tank at this point, but I don't know if it would be. They probably want to wait till later on down the line. Gather some more money first, make it interesting. So I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, I'm not tuning in for him against him both. So
I might watch it just for the hell of it, but when I say I'm not gonna watch it, it's not a big anticipation, cause I'm like this.
Right.
He got his ass whooped Saturday night by a straight up job guy. Okay,
Right.
a fucking job guy took him to school, bro.
Right.
And the announcers or Timothy Bradley and them, they were trying to cover his ass. Okay,
Right.
they trying their ass off. I can hear the guys in the truck telling them, say something about Cambosis, put him over a little bit more, I can hear the shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but make sure you get that punch in that he just threw, I can hear the guys in the truck trying to cover for him because this shit don't look so good, man. And then at the end of the fight, one judge made it 102 to 111 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, this dude, he can't be on crack because even a crack patient is not that illiterate.
Right.
This dude been doing Afghanistan heroin.
Right.
He done OD'd on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta see some of these judges, man. 'Cause after Gamboa's, I don't remember. He won the title off of who again initially before he lost to Haynes? He went off of Lopez.
No, he beat your boy Teofimo.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He beat Lopez.
He beat Lopez.
Lost the next.
But Lopez, remember Lopez that he was sick or something coming off something. Remember, it was something wrong with him that they discovered after the fight.
Yeah, he had an injury that he had during the fight.
It was something, but come on, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know what that was about, but I'm gonna tell you right now. The guy I've seen fight, Devin Haney, that was too easy. That was too easy, bro.
Yeah.
Now,
Ran right through him twice.
if Shakur Stevenson get in the ring with him,
Yeah.
come on, man. He need to take every dime that he makes
Yeah. I think that's what he's doing right now.
and go on and get him a fishing boat in Australia or something like that.
Yeah.
Or get him
Against Lopez, he lucked up and won that fight.
right.
Made Hayden travel across the pond
Twice.
to beat him up.
But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I would have went to Australia too because he's gonna pay more. Everybody knows him over there.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him. That's like fighting Canelo in Mexico.
Right.
Only thing is, we got enough Hispanics in America to make up the difference.
Right. Exactly.
But in Australia, remember, that's why Pacquiao had went over there that time to fight Horn.
Yeah. To fight. Yep.
I mean, that's 15 million guaranteed
Yeah.
to fight a school teacher.
Yep. Exactly. Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I was trying to bring up the point earlier that there was a lot of people that were undefeated when Terrence Crawford fought him for the first time. He left a lot of people knocked out and retired on the in the corners.
Right.
It was about, I think, 4 fights. He had fought David Benavidez' older brother.
Right.
Benavidez.
Right.
He had beat Jeff Horn. Jeff
Right.
Horn was undefeated.
And these are big guys.
Gamboa was undefeated.
Right.
And Victor Foster.
and Victor Postel. All these guys got knocked out. That's why I was telling my boy when he was on my Facebook page, he don't know what you're talking about because you don't know the competition. When he says he's fought Errol Spence and fought better competition, that's not true.
Right.
That's not true. I would say the competition is virtually equal, but
Right.
just because his fight's been on pay-per-view, that don't mean Danny Garcia coming up from 135 pounds. That's not a better competition because he got a big name.
Right. Yeah, he was coming up almost
2 weight classes.
pounds. Yeah.
And Mikey and Danny Garcia,
Yeah.
I seen,
Danny Garcia, he had already got whooped on by Keith Thurman
and Showtime Sean Porter.
and Sean Porter. Yep.
He don't want to get in the ring with no more brothers.
Right. Right.
Come on, bro. You don't want to get in the ring with no brothers. Keith Thurman tried to knock his head off.
Right.
I was like, God damn. That's when I knew Danny. Danny got a hell of a chin, though. But come on, man. Them brothers don't play.
Yeah.
Them brothers you talking about at that time, from like 16, 17, Spence, Showtime Sean Porter,
Yeah.
one-time Thurman,
Yeah.
and what's your boy from England who had beat Showtime? Your boy from England that Spence beat for the title, cause he beat Showtime for the title.
Kel Brooks?
Kilbrook, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, and then you can throw Danny Garcia in there as number 5.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And let me ask you this, and I'm gonna end this conversation. We're gonna talk another night. Call in tomorrow when when I was talking to my boy that was talking about the competition. People can say what they want about Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Amir Khan got knocked out in a few fights.
Yeah.
He went up to 160 to fight.
Triple G.
Was it Canelo? Canelo
No, Canelo. You're right.
Right.
You're right. Kel Brooks went up to 160.
to fight Triple G.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Check this out. How many times have you ever seen Amir Khan, up until he got knocked out, look bad in a fight?
Never. I had never seen him look bad in the fight.
Let me ask you this. What did he look like against Terrence Crawford? I never seen nothing like that in my life with that kid. He looked like a straight jabroni.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So,
We never seen Amir Khan. I mean, up until that time, Amir Khan had got knocked out by a couple of fighters, you know, and he was too small to be fighting Canelo in the first place. But, you know, I got to give him credit, man. I got to get this paper.
Yeah.
But until he got knocked out, he was making Canelo look like a regular fighter. I knew he wasn't going to be able to sustain it, though.
Right. Yeah. He was winning that fight until he got knocked out.
Exactly. But when he got in the ring with Terrence Crawford, go back and look at that fight.
Yeah.
Go back and look at it. And you've never seen Amir Khan look like a straight brother. He was trying to find a way out of this fucking fight.
Yeah. Yep.
Because his speed is speed, man. I don't give a shit what nobody say.
Yeah.
Speed is speed. He couldn't even get it. Terrence Crawford was offsetting his hand speed and his foot speed. I had never seen nobody do that to Khan before, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Khan is the greatest fighter in the world, but what he brings to the table is hard to deal with. He just ain't got a chin, you know. He's
Right,
got a
right.
problem with stamina, and he got a problem with his chin.
Yeah.
Okay. But the skills are there.
Yeah.
But I want you to go back and watch that fight when people talk about everybody that you just named, and we look at the last 10 fighters that he fought, all of them got knocked out.
All of them got knocked out. And
Come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of these people are people that, had never even been on a canvas before,
Right.
for the most part. So,
And like I said, Amir Khan, you ain't up, man, you in there with the top guy in the world, looking like you, all of that. Then you get in with this guy and you look like your laces tied together.
yeah,
Ooh.
like-
What's that? What's that?
that's got to be demoralizing. That got to be so demoralizing.
Real Cool said Amir Khan looking like the Brooklyn Brawler.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, he did though. I was like, what's wrong with the dude, man? But he couldn't offset. The guy turned southpaw on him and would turn back, conventional on himself. And brother, I was like, Lord Jesus, man, Amir Khan looked like his feet in quicksand, man.
Yeah.
But that's when I knew this dude got something because I ain't never seen Amir Khan look like a jabroni, ever.
Right.
And you notice we didn't see Amir Khan after that no more. You notice that?
Yeah. Yeah. It just wasn't the same. And a lot of the guys that, Crawford just thought they just weren't the same afterward. He retired Sean Porter. We never saw him literally after that.
Man,
So,
and that's what I'm talking about when people are trying to make this argument that Sean Porter had, not Sean Porter, but Errol Spencer been doing all of this against this, and he been doing all of this against this. But the thing you got to look at is how devastating he has been. He didn't let no guys go 12 rounds with him. I'm getting your ass out of here. I'm getting you out of here. And then I'm dancing with my mama in the middle of the ring.
in the middle of the ring.
What kind of shit is that? That's worse than Pacquiao going to have a concert at the end of the fight.
Right. or Tyson Fury doing karaoke in the after the fight. So,
I love it, brother. I'm sorry. I love all of it, man. Well, hey, man, appreciate you calling in, man. But watch the show tomorrow night. It's going to be a good one.
definitely, I'll be there.
Okay, brother. Peace.
All right.
Okay, y'all, I got to get out of here, man. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody tagging along tonight, man. And like I said, I appreciate all the condolences, too, that you guys sent out for my loved ones, man. And tomorrow night, do not be a stranger. Tomorrow night, Reggie Johnson, former middleweight and light heavyweight. 2 weight classes, man. What y'all talking about? 2 weight classes. Calcutta, Kush, Real Cool, 2. You think somebody get to the top of 2 weight classes in boxing by sitting at the bus stop? Man, I don't know what y'all talking about. But y'all better be here tomorrow night because it's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones. We're going to lay it down. I want everybody to be here. Rick, you need to be here. Tomorrow night, y'all. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. And it's going to be on like a steaming pot of neck bones. My name is Stevie Ray, and I present to everybody, be one, and I am OUT.